Hello dear students, I am your computer teacher from Golden Public School and this is your computer class. So as you know, today we will start our chapter number 1 which is input, output and storage devices. So without wasting any time, let's start. As you know, a computer is an electronic device that accepts data and instructions given by the user, processes them accordingly and gives meaningful result. So as you can see, a computer system performs three basic functions which are input, process, output. It means it takes input and process and then give us the result as a output. This process is also known as working cycle of a computer or the IPO cycle. So let's talk about input, process and output devices which are used to perform the IPO cycle. So the input devices, the devices through which we enter data and instructions are called the input devices. Some mostly common input devices are keyboard. The keyboard is made of several small buttons called keys. Each key has an alphabet, number or symbols on it. We can use the keyboard to type it in the text or instruction to the computer. Usually what is typed on the keyboard appears on the monitor screen. Next input device is mouse. A mouse is a pointing device that controls the movement of a pointer on the screen. Its name is derived from its shape. As you can see, it is also looks like a mouse. So, the connecting wire that can be imagined to be a tail. A mouse has two buttons which can be clicked to perform action on the computer. Clicking the mouse button is called a single click and clicking it twice is called the double click. Depending on the side of the mouse buttons, it is called a right click or a left click. It means if we click the left mouse button, this is called left click, and if we click the right mouse button, this is called right click. Many mouse has a wheel between buttons called a scroll wheel, which is basically used to scroll your page. If you are working on a computer and you want to scroll your computer screen, then you can use scroll wheel to scroll your page of your computer. It also helps to draw pictures, play games and give instruction to the computer. Next input device is scanner. It helps to put your work and pictures into the computer. It scans the documents and your work is entered into the computer. So now let's discuss some output devices and processing device. So processing device is used to process the information, perform calculation and send the result to the output devices. So processing device is the most important device in our computer system. So do you know which device is known as processing device? CPU. Our CPU is known as the processing device. As we know, CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. So CPU is a processing device. It is also called the brain of the computer. CPU connects all the parts of the computer and makes them work together. It also stores all the information. The CPU has on-off switch for the computer. Output devices. Output devices are used to display the data that we enter into a computer and the result that we get after processing. Some output devices are monitor. It looks like a TV screen. It is connected to the CPU with wire. As you can see, we can see two type of monitor in this picture. First one is CRT monitor and second one is LCD monitor. CRT stands for cathode ray tube, while LCD monitor stands for liquid crystal display. Monitor, it displays all the information and work which is done inside the computer. You can watch movies and cartoon on it. The monitor has an on-off button at the front. Turning the monitor off does not turn off the computer. Next output device is printer. It helps you to take your work on the paper. The printer prints the same work on the paper which is shown on the monitor. Speaker and headphone. These are also known as output devices. These are used to listen to recorded sound, voice, speech and sound in the computer. So these are some most important input and output devices, and our CPU, which is a processing device. So that is it for today. In next video we will discuss about the memory unit and its type. So thank you so much, students.